Hey, your weather watch continues. Taking a look at the east, look at these temperatures. Humidex values feeling into the 30s. Timmins Monday feeling like 34. We see you up there, and as well Toronto feeling like 30. It is going to be quite steamy. Ontario, we have got this high pressure in place. It kept us quite protected in the south for our Sunday, and as for Monday, a front swinging on through, bringing those widespread rain showers. That's going to slowly sink to the south as well in through the day on Tuesday. But this is what we're really looking at. This is midweek, Wednesday, Thursday. We're seeing a convergence of moisture in the atmosphere from the Pacific as well as remnants of Barry, that tropical depression you've been hearing about stateside. And that's going to be working its way up into our forecast. So in your 7-day, if you see a lot of rain in some of those icons, it could actually be heavy downpours, because this certainly will be tracking its way up into our forecast. When the atmosphere has so much to work with, well, a thunderstorm cell over top of you, you get heavy downpours. Speaking of heavy downpours, let's take you outside, heading to the Atlantic this time. That sheath off the barbecue, that's for sure. We have been dealing with the energy in the atmosphere sparking up, all thanks to a cold front, and some of those cells continue to track on through Sunday. And when it comes to the Atlantic forecast, we're usually talking about those gusty scenarios. By Monday as well, widespread across the Maritimes, it's going to be quite gusty. Newfoundland, we're going to be pretty good, okay? Now, steamy in the east, but it's actually quite hot as well in the west when you're talking about Saskatchewan as well as Manitoba. We've got those humidex values continuing to soar as well. Winnipeg. Yeah, we usually call it winter peg in the winter, not so much in the summer. Feeling like 40 for your Monday. And we have certainly seen a lot of activity. Taking you outside once again, seeing those funnels form, and we move through our week, you will see a bit more of that severe risk build too. We've had a bit of a stationary boundary. It's been in place. And as well, with that warm, soupy air mass kind of cuts on through, provides that lift. We've got the ingredients there. Thunderstorms in the forecast. Just part of our summer. Now, so through Monday, we are going to see it central region of Alberta, in through Saskatchewan, southern Manitoba. Look at the abundance of energy here. So quite a bit of instability in the atmosphere in southern Manitoba as we move through those evening hours, and as well some scattered cells across the prairies will be found. Just because you have that risk area doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get a thunderstorm, right? We already know this, but it does mean that ingredients are favorable for the production of new storms. So as that low continues to move towards the east, with it, it will drag that thunderstorm potential in through Monday, but then a new low forms. In Alberta, you will be back on the hit list when it comes to some stormy weather. Now, this is where you can find me at Weldon Amanda on Twitter, and this is what we are currently covering at the Weather Network. Stormy for sure. Use that hashtag #ShareYourWeather on Twitter. Hey, thanks for making us a part of your weekend, getting you ready for the work week. Amanda Weldon along with you. One of our favorite things to do is to get videos from you. We're a bit nosy here. We love seeing what's in your backyard. And of course, our animal segment on a Sunday. Okay, this is adorable and also totally my style. I would definitely go for the red slushy. I love that. Definitely the scenes of summer. Hey, that was so great getting to see some of your videos. Let's talk about our weather events as well. Do you see that? That is Tropical Depression Barry in the south when it comes to Barry. But right now, wherever you are, your local forecast starts right now. Yet to be confirmed in some areas, but nonetheless, it was an active day throughout the day with some daytime heating. We got a stationary boundary in place. We had atmospheric moisture. All the ingredients kind of came into play when it came to storms on Sunday. And moving through our Monday as well, we continue to talk about the systems that are in play for you. Low pressure systems across the board, but there is another part of our weather story when it comes to dangerous weather during the summer, and that is the heat. And the humidex values are certainly going to be returning as well. Already in place for areas in the extreme southwest of Ontario. Winds are feeling like 37. Even areas like Timmins feeling like 34. It's the heat that's been driving up from a continental high out in the desert. We continue to feel that. But soon, the convergence of moisture from the Pacific as well as Tropical Depression Barry, that's going to bring up those humidex values midweek. We already have heat warnings in place for northwestern Ontario, southwestern Ontario as well. And as we take a glance at the east, you can see why. Even into our day on Tuesday, Toronto feeling like 39. But it's not the only area across the country that's feeling the heat, not just focused on the east. We're also talking about Saskatchewan as well as Manitoba. And I want to just show show you Winnipeg. Focus in on the humidex value here. Boom, for Monday, feeling like 40. So this is just a note. This is a time you would never want to leave someone inside of a car, because as soon as you do, as soon as those minutes start to elapse, the heat inside a vehicle is rising. Now, heat exhaustion is a big part about being out in the sun. Let's talk about what you should do in that case. But honestly, that would be shocking. And also this, seeing a tornado form in front of you, Crossfield, Alberta. You can check out these videos on the weathernetwork.com, because our active weather coverage, it is going to be going on for a while.
Plan ahead and stay safe with the Severe Weather Outlook, the Weather Network's new forecasting tool. It provides 3 days notice of impactful weather and informs you about the risk of severe weather. Check it out at theweathernetwork.com. Plan ahead.
Underneath the tents and going inside. That was definitely a whirlwind, wasn't it? Well, Monday morning, we are starting our work week. So lovely. If you can, maybe walk to work, grab a coffee on the way. 19 degrees, a northwesterly flow. But you know what? Bring the sunscreen and bring the hat and bring the sunglasses, because it's going to be feeling like 30 by the afternoon hours. If you are going out and about enjoying the sunshine, let us know. Use that hashtag #ShareYourWeather. This is where you can find me. But again, it is going to be hot. Not a lot of people. There are some people who really don't like the heat. If that is you, I sympathize for you, because it's going to be this way for the next little while. In terms of what's going on in our rain forecast to the northwest, we've got a front swing on through. That's going to bring some unsettled conditions, slowly sinking on down and becoming more of a southern story into later on Tuesday and even in through Wednesday. So we are going to see that really start to make its way into our forecast. But let's go back into the heat, because this is actually going to be something that is going to be sticking around for some time. And we could maybe be talking record breaker, but I'll hold my tongue on that one. Tyler Hamilton will dive a little bit deeper into what's going on with those temperatures.